Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the wolves. What is the wolves? In the Bible it talks about the sheep and the wolves, about wrong preaching, and I think it can relate to who we are as well. This is said in Matthew 7 verse 15. Beware of false preaching disguised in sheep's clothes, but are actually wolves. The wolves, I think we're trying to say, are the people who are looking like the sheep, the good people. They're looking like they're Christians, they're looking like they're all amazing people like preachers, and or they're just people out there that are really are preachers, and maybe you can tell the characteristics aren't actually God nature. They're not godly, they're not following the word of the Bible, still telling about things, and maybe they're trying to get the appreciation of the congregation, not of God's. And so we have to be careful of this, and we have to be careful of the people around us who are portraying as sheep. Be careful of those people around us who are portrayed as this, because we can be led astray and think that that is what we need to follow, and that's the doctrine that we need to follow, but it's not. So this is the reason why we must pray on when we're watching things, or we must follow up Bible verses. I know it's hard because some people are like, oh yeah, we just trust and we're a bit lazy to look it up, but sometimes do look it up. Are they what they're saying true? Um, just look up some Bible verses and realize, is this actually true? Is what they're saying right? Or pray on it and ask for discernment. Is this the actual person that I need to be watching? And yes, we can relate this to people as well, of them displaying something that they're not, and this is a form of deceit. And in 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 1, I think it says, like, to get rid of all of these things, and become like newborn babies craving the spiritual milk. So we have to get rid of all the wrong ways, to come to Christ, to change our ways, um and not follow these own ways. And yes, we can have a form of deceit of saying, oh yes, I'm following God's way, like I'm doing this and this, and putting on a show to people saying, oh yes, I have this wisdom, I'm showing you all these things, or oh yes, I'm praying, or oh yes, I don't know, but when we're doing all these things and showing like a Christ way, but in reality, are you? Are you having an intimate relationship with God? Is your relationship with God there? Because that's what we need to have. We need to have that relationship with God. Because without that relationship with God, that advice of helping you, of where to go, or answering your prayers, or anything like that is not there. So as well as looking at the preachers, we have to look at the people around us, because they might be the people who are putting on that act, and we are following that as people, and maybe they're not, they have a way of life that's not of God. And yes, I'm not saying, like, yes, people do sin and people don't understand, and there is ignorance to that, and obviously then that life needs to change, but they have their own conviction and their own timings. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, we go through things in different places, so we can't just harshly say, oh no, you're not doing this right because you're going to go to hell. No, you can, if you get a feeling from God, or if you get something from God, tell them, I don't know what you're doing is right, because we need to tell people if they're not doing it right, if you get it from God. But yeah, we have people go things at a different pace, and sometimes maybe it's God needs to convict them, not you. And God's doing it in their time, because God has His own timing, not our timing. So maybe it's God's conviction. But yeah, if we're going around with people who are displaying those types of behavior, we might get influenced and we might start be acting like the wrong places as well. So we have to be careful of who are the wolves and who are in sheep clothing because there's disguise as this. But we can try and help those people. I know there's people that we shouldn't help because it says in the Bible, not all people who are mocked shall be listening, and it's not great for us to do that. But those who have wisdom, who want to learn, will want to learn, and so we have to be careful who is who with that, and then we can help them and show them what is the right way and what they're doing wrong, and that they need to have a relationship with Christ. It says in Proverbs 9, do not rebuke the mockers or they'll hate you. Rebuke the wise and they will love you. So we need to be careful of who we go to and what we're convicted by God, and just what is our surroundings like, and what's actually the right. Are you following the right way? Are you having that relationship with God? I think that's what I'm trying to get out of this. To be just be careful of who you are around and what's influencing you, and just to be aware that there are um people in trying to be in sheep clothing, like false preaching, trying to be in sheep clothing but aren't. So you to just to ask God for that discernment, knowing what's right, so you don't get influenced in the wrong thing. And I'm not trying to scare you like, oh, all people around you are bad people, um, because not everyone's like that. So I'm just trying to say, pray on it. I know, I think people are like, oh, that's the answer to everything, but it really is. If you truly believe that God will give you that answer and that God is there for you, it truly is gonna help and give you that answer. So ask for that discernment. Um, and if you believe that prayers aren't like, oh, prayers are answers to everything, ask God in that prayer, why do I feel like this way? Because maybe you have that answer there as well. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys like this video today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.